report. So I'm here today for like
Congratulations.
our meeting. So yeah, so I'm gonna listen because I'm still not in yet.
Well,
Um,
there's nobody else on the call. There were only two people scheduled, so we just
oh,
touched base with both.
okay.
So,
Well, then I'll just talk to you then. Um, yeah, so anyways, University. I've never been here before. So I'm going up to the third floor, which is, I don't know, the atrium or something. They rent it out for um meetings and things like that.
Mhm.
So yeah, so that's where they're having their meeting. So this is like the Toronto chapter. They don't have a London yet.
Okay.
So
So
yeah,
you live
Are
in
you there?
London?
building. Oh my God, urinals. Whoops. Oh my
You
gosh.
walked in the wrong bathroom.
This is recorded too. This
If you
is
need to pay
recording too. I was like,
attention
oh.
while you're going into the bathroom,
Um,
maybe you need to turn off your video.
Don't worry. This recording's not, nobody's going to see this
I
one.
know. Well, no, I was planning on just like standing here in the bathroom, and then I was like, oh my God, you're. But yeah, so came to join tonight and in person because everything's been online. So, a lot politically happening in my community and things like that. So it's just getting involved, getting connected, and really checking things out. And one of the things I wanted to do as well was just check out the space, because that is part of what I'm wanting to do as far as like planning events, making things happen. So, and not just in like London, or not just in, whatever my Oneida, because there's a lot of connections here in Toronto that can also use me and benefit from me. So,
Well, back
yeah.
up just a little bit, Pamela. This is my first time meeting you. So my
Okay.
name's Kim. I'm in Nova Scotia,
Okay.
and I'm a mentor with the Fire Circle.
Mhm.
And just tell me a little bit about yourself and what you're doing and your business plan. I haven't met you before.
Part of my business plan is I have grandiose ideas, which can't happen right now because of capital. So one of the things that I would like to do is to market myself, the skills that I have. So I've done a lot of tourism things. I've done everything from, being like a super host to like guiding teachers, academics, traveling a lot my own self. Again, like involved in a lot of like political but also artistic events. Like there used to be a large event here in Toronto, the Powwow, the Music Awards, so things like that. I've also been a journalist. So and I'm a visual artist. So there's
Oh,
a
wow.
number of things, yeah. There's a number of things I can do. And like right now, it's a little ways down the road, but politically, I have to like really set myself up, more so because I want to campaign for youth, not for me. So that's the idea. I work with the clan mothers in my community, the traditional council. So that's the route that I go when I am doing things, is from a traditionally minded, a community. So Oneida, which is near London, is where I'm from. So, yeah, but anyways, that's one of the things that I've considered for a long time. And in just going through all of the sessions and seeing like what can be, like I really want a meeting space. Like this is like my dream. But that is millions of dollars away. So I've got me. I'm like my best asset. So that's why I'm looking to do this. And I think it would be great. Again, I have a lot of connections, a lot of opportunity to be able to build myself in that way. So I also am involved in education. So I'm the Indigenous parent rep for London, Ontario, for Middlesex County, so the school board there. So yeah, a lot of stuff happening, in my life, and how do I bring it all together? Because one of the things that I've thought about and I'm hoping to ask uh is about doing even luxury or, high-end, trips. Also, I'm not sure how business fits in there. There's a lot of First Nations that do business now with, all of this trade stuff happening. My own reserve is actually looking at how we can do trade, internationally, not just with, other people in Canada or United States. So that's like another thing, happening. Again, like just involved with my seeds, like with hemp, with agroecology. That's, another thing where, people, especially investors, might want to be checking out some of these places. So, it's like, I guess, where do I fit like in there? Is it doable, So anyways, yeah,
It
that's
sounds like it's very
basically,
doable, Pamela. You just need,
yeah.
it sounds to me like you need to define your product. So
Yes,
your
yeah,
product is you, but it's like anything else. If it's if you need to be able to say what you're offering and what will what you will be giving, what you'll be getting in return, if that makes
okay,
sense.
great, yeah, no, it does. So right
I
now
know
I'm
it
gonna
sounds
walk
very
over.
basic considering how much
Yeah,
you're working with, but I
no,
think it's going to be a lot of just jotting things down, making notes, and saying, okay, this is me. I can do organization. I can do speeches. I can, and all of these products that you have to offer. And it's hard for us to take ourselves as people and turn it into a product. It's a hard angle to look at, but that's what you need to do. So when you start defining and start looking online at people who are selling a product, but they're also selling themselves. So there is, oh, there's one that's come that I can't quite think of the name of it. They actually sell dog food, but when you go to their first page, and you're talking about selling your hemp seeds and such, when you go to their first page, it shows a man and a woman who are up on a stage and talking, and then you can buy their book, and then you can kind of go from there. So they do. It's about the longevity of animals, longevity of your pet dogs. So it started from a very simple concept, and then it grew into something that they speak about animal health and welfare, and have a great product and write a book about how they came to the product. I just can't think of the name. Another one you can look at is this one I do remember the name of, is Peace by Chocolate, and it's spelled Peace. So Peace by Chocolate is a Syrian family who came to Canada during the crisis in Syria, and they started their business with chocolate, and they're extremely successful, and they're selling a product. But again, if you go to their website, they've written a book on their product. There's actually there's been a docu-series done, and there's a movie supposed to be coming out and everything else. So that's where they've come from. They have they've started with kind of a humble product, and they just have so much to offer of themselves on how they developed their product and how they did this to, kind of sorted that out, that they are actually offering themselves now. And this is the mainstay of their business. They're still selling chocolate, but they're also selling books, and they're selling talks, and they're selling their, the rights to their life and their experiences and what they have to offer. So does that make sense?
yeah, it totally does. Like, that's exactly what I needed, like just a line on something to like, to really look at and to to compare, and to see, exactly what I never thought about the book. I'm also a writer. I'm
Do
also
a
a
book,
writer.
it's a huge thing, and it's really easy to do right now.
Yeah.
There's in advertising, there's a concept that you have to have about 7 hours exposure to a person or a concept or a product before you're actually sold on. That's why you keep getting commercials over and over and over again. And now there are ways, especially you could do Audible books right through Audible. You can do that. Like there's so many options to be able to do something, even if it's small, or put out. It's not exactly a podcast, but it's called an Audible, where it's just you talking about a certain thing. It could be 2 or 3 chapters that you've written out that you're just kind of reading off. And it's something that makes you familiar to people. I mean, I'm in my car, I'm scrolling through Audible and just going, oh, that looks cool. And I hit it. and suddenly I'm friends with the person in like, 30 minutes. So it's a good way to, especially when you're pitching yourself and what you do as well as your product. I think that that might be something you want to look into. There was a perfume company that did the same thing too, called Four. There's a four in the title, and they're based out of Nova Scotia too.
Ooh, yeah, that sounds great. For sure, because there's like a number of different things that I can already think of that where I fit in there and the things that I can offer. Very eclectic as an artist and a writer. So,
Mhm.
and also with somatic training, meditation practice and journaling, So there's a lot. So,
And you
um,
could go into it. How to journaling, doing a book on your experiences and the benefits and how to journal. Oh my gosh, look up things like that online. People are looking for that all over the place because everyone
yes.
knows that this is kind of a step kind of regaining your life and organizing your thoughts of what's going forward and what you've done to get to the space that you're
Mhm.
in. And that all comes
Yeah.
into journaling and writing things down, but people just don't know how to start and what they should do and what the expectations are because they want to know, should I be writing 2 pages a day? Is there an outline?
Hmm. Hmm.
Am I talking about my dreams going forward? Am I talking about what I did yesterday? So
Yeah,
I
for
think
sure.
if you're doing things like that and you can bring the artistic twist into it, and
It's a nice
I mean, I'm
space.
just looking at even the shirt that you're wearing and stuff. It's beautiful.
Thank you. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm just looking around this space here.
You,
This is me. I'm just like, yeah, crashing some events. But yeah, interesting. I've never seen this. It looks like a lot of people rent this space. I'm not, I've never been to Metropolitan University.
it's very
But
open and airy. It looks
yeah,
nice.
yeah. So it appears like they're all, oh, I almost ran into some glass doors. Whoops. But
Now, that'd be
Happens.
funny for us, not so funny for you. And
I
we'd have it
know.
recorded.
Oh, look at the background.
Well,
Out the window.
you've already gotten my me going in on the urinal. But anyway,
Yeah.
um,
This has
but
been a great
yeah.
call.
Yeah, well, I know you get a little tour, get to come around. So
Huh?
yeah, and well, this is actually part of like this. I got into El Salvador, and this belt is from Africa, Mount Kilimanjaro from the Maori women. So I'm really looking at international, abilities, capabilities. I've lived a number of places, so yeah, this is it. But I'm so glad again, because I had you in the car. I was gonna play it in the car, and then I got the message and I was like, oh my gosh, Gina, yes. Don't give up on me.
I don't. I won't.
Oh, she never will.
Super.
She's a bulldog, that one. She'll
I'm like,
find
I
you.
swear I'm worth it.
Well, I,
Yeah.
I see the potential and I just want to get it going because other
Yes.
people need to be sucked into Pamela Vortex of all
Yeah.
things like knowledge and energy and
Mhm.
like wisdom. And you've got
Mhm.
like a story. I think Kim's
Mhm.
figured you out pretty quickly. And
Yeah.
every time I text you, you're someplace else taking people on a trip or you're not home. And
Hmm.
you're
Hmm.
caring for people like your
Hmm.
family. And so like, how do we put that all together so that other people can be blessed by what Pamela can offer? Because if we don't get
Yeah.
started, that's not going to
Well,
happen.
and exactly. And that's the part of it. Like for me, it's like I mean, I need things to start like paying off, and I need things to like get into instead of everything all over, bringing it together and how can I, again, like make it be good for my customers and obviously good for me and the family. So yeah.
Look at it's called the
So,
Seven Virtues perfume.
I thought I was
oh,
Googling that.
okay,
I was just
seven.
picking that up on my
Okay.
phone too.
Yeah, so the
Yeah,
Seven
seven
Virtues
virtues.
perfume. Okay,
Yeah.
so she has a product, she's written a book, and she also has her
Mhm.
own
Oh, the
website
best.
about
Supposed to
her
sign in.
as a person and a
Okay.
businesswoman.
Okay. 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 Seven. What was it called? Seven.
7
Virtues.
virtues.
Okay, 7 virtues. Okay, yeah. Okay, I'll totally look at that. We're just gonna start right now, so I'm gonna go in and do this, and I'll see you at, I think, just after this. I'm coming in at the 8 o'clock. So
Okay, so yeah, I saw your name there, but I think you've been to a how, like I've talked you through how
oh,
to Fire
okay,
Circle works. So you
okay,
don't have to
okay,
attend that one.
okay, good. Okay, so
Yeah.
then I'll see you in the next one, and I'm definitely working away here. So it's part of the plan. It's just,
Okay.
so
Yeah,
yeah.
tomorrow we have the step 5 in the Fire Circle journey. Like if it works for
Okay.
your schedule, otherwise don't sign up.
Yeah,
But
okay. Yeah, I think I can. But I'll look at it.
I'm gonna
Okay.
have a quick chat with Gina, and I'll just get her to take a few notes as I look things up here and send it to you when you can take a look.
Okay, thanks.
Okay. Take
Okay.
all
care.
right,
Okay, take
have a
care.
good
Okay,
workshop.
thanks. Okay.
Bye.
Oh, wow. I was getting dizzy.
I have been in emergency rooms, pharmacies with this lady. I have been in many
My
cars
first
traveling with
bully.
her. Like, where are you now? Like, you can actually just turn your video off and that's okay. But I like,
Right.
are you bothering the workshop there? Because you shouldn't be talking.
Right. So I was thinking too.
But
Okay.
she's like in her own world a
Okay.
lot of the time. Like, she's not aware of what's going on around her. That's, I think, just part of who she is.
Yeah. What is this lady's name? I just gotta find this. Okay, so write down the are you gonna send her a note or put it in her thing? Okay. It's called the 7 Virtues Perfume Atelier. And I just want to find the lady's name who runs it.
Yeah, that
Wow.
popped up very quickly when you gave it that brief description. Yeah, Reddit has it, Yelp. Tourism Saskatchewan, sorry, Nova Scotia.
Oh, Barb Stegman. So it's Barb, and her last name is Stegemann.
Stegeman. Okay.
So funny, she was a journalist. Never set out to make perfume, and best from serving the military was went on mission to liberate girls in Afghanistan. She took on the mission of peace while healing, and they went into this. So, but
Okay.
she's got this product, but she's also personal. She has her own. There's a website called under her name Barb Stegman, and then there's her perfume one.
Yeah.
And it's just kind of that product. And Peace by Chocolate's done a very similar thing where
Yeah.
they're speaking about the success of their business and as well as having a product. So you've got all these extra avenues to kind of pitch something else because you're successful with your product, or if not, your product kind of grows up with you, right?
Yeah.
And the
And they
dog
don't
food
all have
one.
to be connected. Like, they just can be passions that you just like run with your passions and go for it. Like,
I
I got
can't even
another
tell you how
participant.
much crap I listen to on podcasts. Like I'll put on a podcast that looks interesting, and I am so annoyed by because it's just 2 people just talking about shit. They're not even doing anything. And they're on there, and they're on like Apple Podcasts because you can get
Yeah.
onto these things. And it takes a while to weed through and find the right people, but sometimes you'll get onto one that is just amazing.
Yeah.
So, and
Yeah.
it can be just these kind of anything from the inspirational to the historic to true crime to like for her to tell some stories. I mean, the indigenous sector, the history of the indigenous sector is really big right now. So
Yeah. I have yet to have a focused conversation with her where she's on one topic for more than a minute. I
okay.
haven't had that experience at all. Like, she's similar to a few other people we've had around the circle, like the Danielle Gordons and right. It's just like, no.
Exhausting.
Right. So she's been around for a very long time, but has not made progress. And then I said, we're firing you. We're letting you go. And then she promptly subscribed because she was free.
Mhm.
Promptly. I'm like, well, why didn't we do this 6 months ago? At least we could have made money off of you. But
Right?
anyway, like that point of frustration.
Mhm.
But I think her mentor is the right patient one. And as
Who
long as
was her
she's not,
mentor?
is it Ernesto?
Oh, for Pam?
Pam, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know much about him, but he seems like he is. Not Shady Maple. I'm still trying to find this dog food company, but I can't. Oh, I know where I might have it. Hold on.
Oh, no, Rebecca,
Okay.
hold on. Because no, you know what? Pam has not reached out for any, she hasn't done anything. So there's no mentoring that needs to be done. Otherwise, I think Rebecca would just going, what is going on here? That's where the glitch is.
Okay,
And
so
I
she
had
does not
messaged,
have a mentor yet.
well, she has Rebecca.
Okay.
But Pam, in the arrangement before March, I said, here's the deal. You're not doing anything. You need to watch all the videos before you get kicked out in March. And
Yeah.
then, oh no, we made the deal for February 14th. I was like, you're over a year. We're doing this February 14th. She signs up February 13th because she had not done what she said she was going to do. And now she's hanging out. And now she has Rebecca.
And
So
that's
anyway,
Danielle?
no, that's Pam.
That's this one.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Rebecca will be okay. Rebecca will um she'll do fine.
Oh, totally. Like Pam has to produce, otherwise Rebecca's not going to have a chit chat. She's not that way. She's going to have to do some work, right? So, I know that
Yeah,
Rebecca is
Rebecca
just,
will rein her in and help her with her focus, I think.
yeah,
Yeah,
she just has to hand in a few worksheets, and I don't know if she's going to get to that. I don't know how she does this workshop 2 worksheet. I don't know how she's going to do it. Who's she comparing herself to?
yeah.
Like there was nothing there that
Compare
we could
herself to
say,
Daphne.
well, Daphne's out now. She's not around the circle anymore. I met her in person at the IITC last week.
Oh, really? She was there.
Yeah, she was there. And then
That's where Deneen ran into her last year and dragged her back in.
I met her in a round dance line. That's what that was.
And what
And
did
all of
she
a sudden
say? Did
Janine's
she
going
say
like,
no? Did she say no, I'm out?
well, her dashboard expired, right? Like so
Yeah,
then that huge shutdown happened and we notified everybody. So that was 2 nights ago because it was due last week, Friday, right?
mhm.
And people are sending out emails for that CCM, but I'm done. Like I said, Paul, we're shutting down dashboards. If they want to crawl back by the end of March, that's up to them now. I'm done. I'm not gonna beg. We're
Mhm.
past that. I got to spend my energy on other things. So the next round, if you have anybody else who's not paying, the next email is going to go out on Friday for those who have been with us less than a year, and they will have till the end of March to pay. And if
Okay.
they don't,
Believe it.
everybody gets kicked out. Everybody's done, unless they're paying.
Okay, so Daphne's gonna be kicked out. Daphne,
He
Deneen
has
gave
been.
me Daphne. Daphne's been in like 4. She's like one of the first people who came in. And she's great once I get her on the phone, but she cancels 3 out of 4 appointments or doesn't show up. And this is canceling like when I've got the one-on-one call and I'm sitting here in front of my computer with the Zoom on, she'll send an
Oh,
email saying she can't make it. So, and when she's there, she's great. And I try to nail her down to, I said, give me a window because Deneen's saying, yeah, tell her, it's every Thursday at this time or something. And she's good with that. I tried that. I gave her like 4 or 5 different windows that I could be there same time every week. No, I'm going to the gym then. And yeah, I don't know. There's something on Tuesdays. I can't think of what it is right now. I'll get back to you. So she went and booked on, I had my Tidy Cal up, the calendar thing. She
mm-hmm.
booked 4. She booked 4 spots. And then when I was there for the first one, she says, oh, I hadn't decided which one I wanted yet. So I just kind of booked 4 that I might be able to go to. So I would get a reminder. And I said, you can't do that. You're booking my time, right? Like
Other people can't have it then. Oh my gosh. Yeah, no, her
yeah.
dashboard shut down, so you can't access it. But I think, yeah, and our the actual ClickUp file, those will be
Mhm.
closed. And we haven't answered that question because they can always come back. Right now, Paul's leaving it open till the end of March.
Okay.
Fine, but you just don't do anything with them, and then that's what the ClickUp file says. Like, do not reach out, do
Yeah.
not pay,
Yeah, I
do
saw
not
that.
bill.
Not
Like,
I think Daphne was the only one so far.
okay, I send out 100 messages like that yesterday.
Okay, yeah, I think I got, well, I saw a couple of them though who weren't my people, so either I was on their, notification thing for some reason or another.
Yeah.
So I've got people coming up on a year for sure, but they're getting close.
Yeah, well, they'll automatically get that, just so you know that that's coming on
Wait,
Friday.
no, these ones are all subscriptions. This one's subscription. Daphne's not. They're subscriptions. CCM for Mike.
Yep.
Self-subscribed and subscription. Why does she have both?
I think they were experimenting on getting in all on your own with bypassing the interview at the beginning. We tried that for a
Okay.
bit. Yeah.
See, that's
and that was-
Caroline who said she was going to quit. That's the one you just kind of said, did she quit or didn't she? And
She was telling me she was going to. I gave her the link. We
Okay.
are going to take her money as long as she is not responsible to shut down her own account. That's her problem.
yeah, yeah.
I think I've convinced a lot of people to keep paying just because they really don't know. And if they quit now and then try to come back, it's $500 a month. Like, don't do that.
Oh yeah,
They can,
that's crazy.
oh yeah, that's the contrast going like, hello. So if you can buy a little bit of time by spending $60 over the next 3 months, then give yourself time to decide.
Yeah. Hi, I'm just on a call. I'll be right down. Marie Jose is still shows as subscription on my thing, so she's still paying? Or you said she did the cancellation, didn't she?
The note should be there, Stacy, please close your account.
Oh yeah, it was. But
Yeah, so
it's still on my ClickUp and it says that she's a subscription, so okay.
yeah, Stacy is
She'll get
not,
to it. It's got a lot.
she'll get to it, right? So at least the note's there in the activity log, leave it there, just, it's now in Stacy's wheelhouse.
Yeah. Yeah, other than that, yeah, it looks like yeah, Jeanette did the CCM. She's one of mine, and Mike did.
Oh,
Those
she was
were-
on a live call with me on Tuesday. I said, how come you haven't paid yet? She says, I thought I had to put in a code because there is a little thing with a code. I don't know why it's on there. I said, no, you don't need a code. Just put in your credit card. Let's go. So then she went live during the call. I said, good, done.
Yeah, I like her. She's good. She's slow moving on where she wants her business to go to.
Yeah.
She's kind of, it's very hobby style that she'd like to
Yeah.
take it further, but she also works. She's got a couple of kids. I don't know if she's married or not, honestly. I think she's a single parent, I'm not sure. And 1 or 2 kids, and she works full-time at the casino. So
Oh,
with those shifts and stuff like that, then she's doing this on the side, and it's very seasonal and cyclical and stuff like that.
okay.
So
Gotcha.
she finds that if she's marketing too much, then she actually gets too busy, but she's not busy
Oh,
enough consistently enough to cut back on her other activities to be able to concentrate on her business. So that state
and
of
not
flux is
busy.
very common with new business owners.
Oh, absolutely. It's a big deal to quit the other gig, right?
Mhm.
And wondering, do I have enough here? And then at that point, when if you're too busy or you can't make it all fit, then you just create demand for scarcity by cranking your prices a little bit, but you don't know what your competition is, right? If you really
Yeah.
want me, you'll
Well,
pay this
yeah.
much.
Well, it's not a high money making product.
No.
So, and it's a work product. Like I always encourage people to, if you can, especially when I'm talking about camping and activities and stuff, that the passive income is where you're gonna be making your money, right?
Yeah.
So you want to have those campsites because that's passive income. The campsite's built. People go camp there. Yeah, you've got to be there and there's things and stuff, but it's not like for her business, she has to be there when it's running all the time. So
Right. Yeah.
it's a photo booth. So she
Yeah.
spends all this time setting up, making all the props, being there, and then tearing it down. And generally she's just there. She has one way that people can pay per picture, much like a photo booth sort of thing. It's all electronic on an iPad and it gets emailed to them. And then the other way is to have the event coordinator rent it, like rent the gear and a staff member, like it's either her or one of her friends for the entire.
Okay.
But either way, it's not a big consistent money spinner right now.
Okay.
She wants to eventually get to the point where she has 2 and has people kind of contract to be able to do it. But she lives on the reservation. She doesn't pay taxes. So a lot of the things that I'm talking to her about for cost saving measures for business don't apply to her. So,
Right.
like getting a business number, she doesn't see that she needs to. Because
Okay.
she doesn't pay taxes, and she says she doesn't. I said, well, it's still a business, and there's still, like I said, you're not charging tax. She says, well, no, and it's okay. I said, look into it, because if you're, it's fine if you're on the reservation and your product's there, but I'm not sure what the rules are if you go off the reservation to run your business. Like if you take your photo booth to a wedding that's in the local town, what are your obligations there once you become bigger? If you're under 30,000, again, not a big deal, but once you kind of get to the stage where you are establishing it as a business, you have to look into what those rules are. Because
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I'm not
Yeah.
sure. It's very hard to find any information about that because I've tried.
Right. Okay. Well, during the marketing call, whatever happened on Tuesday, I was really busy with a lot of people, but some light bulb went off for her and she just like, oh, that's really helpful. And I can't remember what it was, but may invigorate her and branch her out into accessible stuff for her marketing. So, because we were just doing Facebook business.
Okay, she's not on Facebook very much. Her target audience is Instagram.
Mm,
And so maybe it was something about sharing this stuff back and forth, because I was talking to her about that too. I said, it's the same company, right? So you can have Instagram automatically post onto Facebook.
yeah.
You shouldn't if you've got people who are on both, but if you're looking at two different target audiences, it's not a bad idea. So
Well, and just the whole group thing, like you become a part of a group and all of a sudden you've got some instant connections, and we're actually surveying each other because you can do that. Like Stacy said she put out an idea to her friend group, which was 1,000 women in her area. So I just need feedback. Let me know. I had this idea, and she got all the feedback. And then all of a sudden everybody started putting things in the chat and asking the group that we had live there. I'm like, you are listening. Good job.
wonderful.
That's how this works. And she's going like, oh, there might be more people I can tap into. Absolutely.
Yes.
So I think that was the wins part. If I'm trying to, it
Oh,
was only
good.
yesterday, but boy, it has been a whirlwind since yesterday.
I'm sure.
Anyway,
Yeah, sure. Yeah, so that's the only thing I would say. If you're going to fire off a little follow-up email to
yeah,
Pam, then I would, if you do, you do. Great. Then just
I will. Yeah.
that, like, if that might be, those might be some examples she wants to look at to see if that would, I mean, I talked to her for 3 minutes, it seems, but, oh, I could have stopped the recording, couldn't I? Hold on.
Okay.